Do you want to know what the 6 best yoga moves are for an amazing butt? Check out this video because I'm going to show you.
Let's go.
Hi, welcome. I'm Coach Tonya here at Critical Bench, and this video I'm calling Yowzers, that yoga butt. Have you ever noticed that people that do yoga all the time have really great butts? Well, that sounds a little weird. But anyways, yoga is actually great for a lot of things, but there's some really key poses in yoga that are fantastic for helping to build stronger, rounder, more amazing glutes. And actually strong glutes not only look great, but they're actually very important in your overall health and your wellness and just your overall strength. So it's really important to train those muscles and really work them. So for the yoga butt poses we're going to be doing, here's how this sequence works. We're going to be doing bridge pose, locust pose, warrior 3 pose, upward plank, a chair pose variation, and a high lunge pose with a bent back leg. Now for each pose, we're going to hold for 5 breaths, moving right into the next one. When you complete all 6 poses, you want to take a good 60, maybe 90-second break before repeating for 2 more rounds. So let's get started. Okay, so right before we get into that first pose, which is going to be bridge pose, I did want to mention, if you're not somebody that practices yoga regularly, like myself, and don't consider yourself somebody that does yoga or is very good at yoga, that's okay. These are just 6 key poses that have a lot of value in helping to train your glutes. And as I've mentioned, it's so important to have strong, good glutes for so many reasons other than they look really great. So don't worry, I'm not a yogi by any standards. My form is probably not going to be the absolute best on some of these poses, but I'm going to get very close because these poses do matter to build an amazing butt. All right, so we're going to get into, actually, speaking of butts, I almost forgot. Cameraman should have reminded me. If you love building and working on your glutes, you want to check out that pinned comment for the Unlock Your Glutes program. It is amazing. And that program, along with these 6 poses, are going to do wonders for building strong, beautiful glutes for yourself. So make sure you check that out. Okay, so getting into bridge pose. Come down on the floor. Knees bent, feet flat, about shoulder width apart, just comfortable, okay? I don't think there's like a set distance. Move. If you're wearing a mic pack, you want to move that. Arms down, palms down. Now we're not using arm strength at all or hand strength. This is strictly all this section. You just tighten those glutes, squeeze them, come up and squeeze for 5 breaths. Squeezing the whole time. And lower. Okay, now we're going to flip over onto our stomach, getting into locust pose. So bring our hands behind our back. You want to interlock the fingers. And we're going to lift up. Now this is also going to use some core strength, so that's good too. Now really focus on squeezing those glutes and holding for 5 breaths. So lift, feet up, shoulders back, chest up, holding for 5 breaths. Squeeze those glutes. All right, so coming out of locust pose, we're going to get up on our feet and we're going to go into warrior 3. Now this is going to require some balance, so take your time with it. Feet about shoulder width apart, toes forward. You're going to shift all your weight onto one leg and you're going to extend your hands out, bringing that leg back, and you're going to come forward. Now you want to try to get as flat a back as you can and really squeeze the glutes, okay? That's going to help hold you here as well as holding your core really tight. See, I can't do it while I'm talking, so I'm going to stop here. For 5 breaths, here we go. Other side. Squeeze. Okay, good job. If you found your balance was a little better on one side than the other, same here. Okay, taking it back down to the floor. This is called an upward plank. If you're tight in the shoulders, you might find this is a little bit more challenging, so you might have to keep it bent in your elbows. So just work with your limit, what you can do, okay? So hands behind you, fingers forward. You might want to splay them a little bit out, particularly if you're quite broad in the shoulders and quite tight. And you're going to push up into a plank pose, and you're going to really squeeze those glutes, and we're going to hold for 5 breaths. So here we go. And hold. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze. And lower. Good job. Getting back up on our feet. We're going into a variation of chair pose. So if you're familiar with yoga, chair pose is arms up, sitting back. But for this, we're going to lift the heels up, and you should already feel your glutes working, okay? Hold here for 5. And lower. Okay, staying and standing, we're going to go into a high lunge. We're gonna bend that back leg though. So, feet staggered, come down into a lunge, bend that knee, bring your arms up and hold for 5 breaths. Squeeze those glutes. Other side. Okay, good job. Let's take a quick break, get ready for round 2. thank you so much for joining me today and doing that yoga butt workout with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you start to include that into your regular training to get that Yowzers yoga butt. Now, before you go, don't forget to check that pinned comment below for more great glute exercises. That's our Unlock Your Glutes program. Absolutely phenomenal. Can't say enough about it. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, please put those in the pinned comments below. Make sure you click that subscription button and that notification bell so you never miss any of our great video content. I'm Coach Tonya. See you soon.